It's week 2 of the NFL, and we've got the Panthers' Offensive Player of the Year. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Panthers and the Hawks on Thursday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles David. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Bryant has it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McLeod. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And when you get into the red zone, you do whatever it takes just to keep the chains moving. A simple quarterback sneak on 2nd and short. Now it's 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
On first down, Langford. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 52 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Winters. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
They'll get this to about the 38. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to have the second one right here, right now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Langford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Langford. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To throw from his end zone. McLeod. Complete to Bryant. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Good game to follow in the late afternoon window as well. One being in Atlanta, where it'll be the Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but
Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake. Payne. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Wise. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Payne. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Wise. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Langford, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Langford. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw on second down. Langford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. T. Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wise. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Wise. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, it's Wise. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seahawks take back over.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Carolina, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. There, they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.